Today, we want to really share with you a personal experience that we had that caused us to have to really lean into some words of wisdom that we share with a lot of our, as we're coaching and with a lot of our clients, and really looking at how we were seeing some communication danger signs showing up in our conversation. And so here's what we know: even after 35 years of marriage, the fact that we are different and have different perspectives causes there to be issues sometimes. And is that unusual? No, it's not unusual. We have just learned ways to navigate through those situations. And so that's kind of what we want to share with you today and sum it up in some words of wisdom.
So this was just yesterday, as we were just riding down the road, we were talking about, okay, what topics do we want to discuss? What things are going to be engaging for our couples, be informative and helpful and impactful? And I thought, you know what? One of the things I'm discovering, I've been studying about defensiveness. I said, let's talk about defensiveness, how defensiveness can derail your communication. I think that would be a wonderful topic.
So my response to that, based upon what I've been listening to and studying as we're getting our content and everything together to post and share and make impact. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, why would couples want to hear about that? And so my response was, I don't think that necessarily would be a good topic.
And what immediately happened, even after we have studied communication, immediately I interpreted what she said, and I heard in my mind, the way it came across to me is, your idea is not a good one. And I immediately, something changed in my own heart and my own thinking, you know what, I feel that my value has just been diminished because my idea is not a good one. And so I start to feel a little bit defensive from that perspective.
I'm chuckling because it's like, my value has been diminished. I mean, it's like, how do you go into that much of a thought from me saying, no, I don't think that would be that great of a topic. But the point was, because of what I responded with, he had a reaction. He had a feeling and an interpretation. He interpreted. And so that brought up a defensive wall. So then his response to me became something that I reacted to. And again, because we teach the skills, we've practiced the skills ourselves, it's easier for us to kind of tap into, we're going, this thing is derailing. It's going off on the wrong path. And so not long into the derailment, we begin to course correct and begin to ask some questions.
And I think the first thing that happened is when I started to recognize that, when I became aware that, hey, I'm becoming defensive, mm-hmm. I paused and I said, listen, this is what I'm thinking. It sounded to me like you were putting my idea, critiquing my idea, and did not think my idea was worth consideration. And so because of that, I'm kind of feeling a little bit defensive. Am I hearing you right?
And of course, my response is, that was not the intention at all. What I was coming from was, this is what I've been learning recently, and engaging topics and hooks and all these different things. And so we begin to have the conversation about the real issue. So, a lot of times what happens is, when we derail, we attack the person instead of attacking the problem. We attack the person instead of attacking the problem. And so the discussion really needed to be about, is this a good topic? Will people resonate? Why? Why not? What are the pros? What are the cons? But I mean, when something comes out, when you respond initially, you're not saying all that. You may be thinking it, but this is the word of wisdom. Be mindful sometimes when things hit you a certain way. be mindful to start asking more questions.
And the key is pause.
Yeah, pause first.
Before your emotions take you and you react.
Yeah.
Pause and ask, hey, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling, this is the way I interpreted what you said.
This is what I heard.
Am I hearing you correct?
Yeah.
And when you check that interpretation, that can help you from going down the rabbit hole of conflict.
Right. Because again, once I begin to give more explanation to the reason why I responded, that opens the conversation up even more. So it truly was not about personally attacking his idea as much as it was trying to decipher whether or not this met the criteria that we've been talking about and studying and the goal that we're trying to reach. At the end of the day, we are trying to reach the same goal. And so the way that we come about it, the perspective that we bring to the table can be very different, but the end goal is definitely going to be the same.
Absolutely.
So Wednesday Words of Wisdom: pause, ask questions, don't let the communication danger signs take you into complete derailment.